social health and well-being. It is indeed the time when we are at our very best socially. It is the Yuletide season, and around the world, everyone is engaging in social interaction. Fortunately, at Christmas time, the majority of human beings around the globe are in a festive state. They are enjoying the ambience of the decorations, they're enjoying the festivities, the food, the music, and above all, the interaction with other human beings. Family, friends, co-workers. This is the time when everyone is at their best, at least most of us are, because Christmas does not eradicate social ills such as poverty, unemployment, and these social circumstances prevent many persons from experiencing the joys of Christmas. Today, we focus on the final aspect of my 6-part series on relaunching from ground zero for optimal health. And as I conclude, I do so as I began, focusing on the World Health's definition, the World Health Organization's definition of health, which for emphasis states that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. And so therefore, when we look at health, as I have been doing over the last 5 weeks, today being the 6th segment, focusing on health and well-being and looking at the 3 domains, as it were, or the 3 aspects of our health, which are physical, mental, and social. And so if you've missed the previous recordings, they are accessible to you via my Facebook page. They're also on Twitter and on my YouTube channel, Mould Breaker Empowerment International Network. I am Audrey Lighthorn, also known as your Mould Breaker Doc. Mel is also my Facebook name. And what I have been doing over the last 5 weeks is to help individuals understand that our health does not simply comprise of the physical, where we focus primarily on the absence of diseases and consider ourselves healthy, but rather we look at the whole picture, the whole man, and health is dependent on a balanced life that focuses not only on the physical, but also on the mental or psychological, as well as the social. And so today, I am concluding the segment focusing on social well-being. Again, social well-being is concerned with our abilities to establish and maintain healthy interpersonal relationship with others. When we look at a good social health, we're basically looking at individuals who are able to adapt to all social circumstances. So if there is happiness, They know how to conduct themselves in a manner that is socially acceptable. If there is conflict, likewise, we are able to know how to maneuver in order to maintain our personal safety and our relationship with others, to be able to diffuse conflict or to be able to move away until such time as you are able to reestablish congeniality and order. Of course, there's also the art of creating boundaries for yourself with others, knowing where and how far to go and how far to allow people to go in your personal space. And also the art of balancing your personal life with your social life. These are very important skills that each of us need to be able to master in order for us to lead healthy social life. And what a better time to actually focus on our social health than now. We are in the height of the Christmas season. As a matter of fact, Christmas is literally only 3 days away. And what is so important about this is that we are still in the COVID climate where new variants are claiming the lives of thousands of individuals. Persons are being affected, and there is still turmoil in varied aspects of our life, especially as it relates to coming together with individuals that do not share our intimate home-based space. So we are required to provide the appropriate behaviors that will protect ourselves, our family, as well as others in our community. But the pillar of our health and wellness is said to be our social well-being. And we did look at what that means as it relates to moving forward in a state of health. And for emphasis, I would like to just talk about what balanced social health brings as a benefit to us when we not only experience it, but continually seek to maintain it. It means that we are less stressed, we are more productive in our personal life, in our work life, and we are also healthier generally. Yes, when we combine the physical, the mental, and the social aspect of our health together, we realize that what we process mentally determines how we interact with others socially. Those interactions stimulate within our body a chain of responses that can be either positive, where we release happy, healthy hormones, or they can be negative, where we release negative hormones. And when we look at the COVID situation in particular, we realize that persons that are stressed, persons that are not properly nourished, persons that are constantly going without giving their bodies adequate rest, not giving their bodies adequate amounts of essential vitamins, minerals, and those essential vitamins and minerals come from our food selection. We also need to give our body adequate exercise, fresh air, lots of water. And these are things, believe it or not, are tied into our social journey, how we have been socialized to eat, to rest, to respond to stimulus in our environment, in our daily environment, whether it's words, actions, or thoughts. They all connect to generate the level of health and well-being we experience from one day to the other, from one moment to the other. And so, a balanced social life also is one where we are able to bounce back from situations that will knock us off our path, that would weaken our abilities to do certain things in our daily lives, care for ourselves, go to work and perform functional and effectively. So we need to be able to recognize that when there is not a balance between our physical, our social, and our psychological, then we are setting ourselves up for poor health, for poor relationships, for unproductive or unproductive existence. We are not happy, instead we're depressed. We're not creative. We are not confident. We are not being able to establish long-lasting, agreeable relationship with others. Instead, what we will find ourselves setting ourselves up for is chronic inflammatory conditions. Many of us suffer from stomach upset, and we do not understand why is this happening. Well, it's happening because our body is responding to the negative energy that infuses our environment. And so therefore, we must create the right social environment for ourselves. So many people are suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure, suppressed immune systems, chronic conditions of the heart, chronic physical conditions, disability, mental stresses, anxiety, depression. These all come from us not being able to balance our life in a positive way. Now, it seems as if that is so easy to do, but it is not as easy as it appears if we find ourselves in environments that are permeated with negativity. So what we will have to do is learn how to move ourselves away from negativity. Then we must also learn how to communicate effectively in a loving way, not in a judgmental way, not condemning others or not allowing others to condemn us. We must instead move positively towards the goal of establishing positive, healthy existence. Then there is that social element of being pressured into doing things that you are not comfortable with. And there is such a wide array of things and pressures that we encounter on a daily basis that we personally need to be able to slow ourselves down so that we can hear ourselves thinking. The other thing that we really need to do is to be able to listen to that still small voice that is within us. That is our compass. That is our anchor. If there is anything thing or any being that knows us better than ourselves. It is our intuition. It is that spirit that resides within us that says to us, hey, slow down. Listen to it. If it says don't go right, don't go right. You know, we often go against that still small voice, and then we find ourselves saying, if only I had listened. But sometimes we are so busy, and what is a busier time than Christmas? Where we are so busy with the trimmings, wanting all the decorations to be right, wanting all the food to be right, wanting all the gifts to be right. The most important gift that we can give ourselves this Christmas and moving into the new year 2022 is to slow down, is to take note of what is going on with us physically. Take note of what is going on with us psychologically or mentally, and then take note of what is guiding and steering us, and whether all the things that we are engaging in are to our benefit and the benefit of our family and the wider community. You know, Christmas is a time of love. It's a time of giving. It's a time of sharing. But it should also be a time of reflection, reflecting on you and what you have done for yourself and what you can do to improve yourself, not only educationally as so many of us do, not only financially as so many of us do, but let's look at our health and the three domains: the physical, the mental, and the social. Are we making the right choices that will maximize our health and state of well-being? Or are we making choices that compromise that potential for being the best that we can be, for being most creative, most productive, most confident, most healthy, and in so doing, prolong our lives so that we live a long, healthy, energetic life? Think about it as you bring 2021 to an end, having existed under COVID conditions for a completion of 2 years, 2 consecutive years, where we have been demanded to isolate or distance ourselves from our social network. How many of us have actually embraced that time as a time for self-development, as a time for knowing ourselves and knowing which direction we truly want to take when we are hearing ourselves and the noise of the market is less? Or are we so focused on being deprived of that opportunity to continue the madness of everyday life that we grumble, complain, and just simply stew in discontentment? Or have we embraced it and look at it as an opportunity to relaunch our life, to dispel myths, to break molds that do not serve us? What have you done for yourself? What is your plan moving forward for 2022? I encourage you to spend more time getting to know yourself, getting to know what is in your personal best interest. Believe it or not, you cannot help others. You cannot empower others until you yourself have been empowered. As we bring 2021 to a close, I say to you, take time for self. Take time to embrace and enhance your personal well-being. There are many things that you may not know, but know that resources are available to you. You can get a personal coach, such as myself. You can do a lot of search. There is so much information. There is a wealth of information. But if you want information that is crafted to your personal need, then hit me up. Audmel on Facebook, Audrey Mellayne, Fernanda Lightborn, Mould Breaker Doc. I have my Mould Breaker Facebook page that you can just send me a note. Say whatever it is that you would like, whatever area of your life you think you need some help, whether it is physical, medical, social, general life, career, education, finance, relationship. I am a health and life coach. I have my 30 plus years of experience as a nurse. I've done certification in diabetes education. I've done certification in health and life coaching. And there are so many things. I am also a qualified educator, having completed a PhD in curriculum and instruction. So any area of your life that you need enrichment moving forward as you embrace and encroach on the new year 2022, I am here to help you. I want to thank all of my followers who have followed me since I launched my Mould Breaker Empowerment Forum here on Facebook and shared via Twitter and YouTube. It is my delight, it is my passion to help others to be the best that they can be in all areas of their life. And so I humbly encourage you to take care of yourself moving forward. Enjoy this Christmas time with your friends and family, but remember the goal overall is to lead a balanced life, a life that is stress-free, one that is more productive, one that enhances your creativity and resilience, one that boosts your self-confidence, and of course, one that leads to longevity, where you age gracefully, being able to maintain your mental and physical and social capabilities. I wish you a wonderful holiday season, and I look forward to resuming with you in the new year, launching out of the gate on Wednesday, I think it would be January 4th at 8 a.m. in the morning. Looking forward to you joining me then. Stay safe. Remember, you are your best expert. Your life is in your hand. So shatter whatever molds are holding you back from being the best that you can be. Merry Christmas and best wishes for the new year 2022. Blessings.